As you are nearing the end of your customization process and you're getting ready to launch, it would be helpful to talk about some SEO best practices and things that we can do inside of Showit to improve your SEO score. Now, SEO is a really broad and complex topic. Some things are out of our control and some things we do have control of. I want to start with two really important things inside of the back end of Showit that I want you to do before you launch. First is what's called page SEO. If we click on a page, so about, home, services, and we don't click into a canvas yet, we'll have some options over here on the right. It says page info, page background, and then you can open this tab that says SEO settings. This is where I want you to go. We are on the services page, so we want to give this a title, a meta description, and a share image. The page title and the meta description are what will appear in Google when someone is trying to find information, and then the share image is kind of like if I were to text this link to a friend or share an image on Facebook, this is the photo that accompanies that link. So for the page title, at minimum, we want to say what the page is. So services is a good page title. We probably want to include a little bit more detail though. We have up to 60 characters, so you could leave it at services. What's also really common is to do services and then the brand name. So I would say Soho Beauty, and I would just leave it at that. So you want to go through and make sure all of your pages have a title. When it comes to meta description, we are trying to get people to click on this page, but also explaining what the page is about. And we don't want it to be too long. So it's really like a quick, 1 or 2 sentences. So I would say something like, explore all the services that Soho House has to offer. Let's say women in the New York City area. We'll pretend that that is what my business is about and where it's located. So this would be a good meta description for the services pages. It's saying, hey, this is the services, this is who we offer it to, and it's giving a location there. So you're going to know your business and what your keywords are and that best, but the meta description baseline should be about 1 to 2 sentences. Then you can choose your share image. When you click on this, it's going to bring up the media library. You can pick the same image for all of your pages. That's totally fine. Or you can have a unique one. It doesn't really matter from an SEO perspective, just as long as you have a share image. Next thing is the image SEO. You'll notice on this image, when I click on it, it says show website template for, and if I hover over, it says salons and spas, right? This is the name of the actual image file, and that defaults to the Showit SEO title here. This is totally fine for if you're selling Showit templates, but we want to customize this to you. I'm going to say something like Soho House Beauty Salon near me or something like that. So I'm going to say best salons in New York City. In New York City. So that is my SEO title. Now that actually has nothing really to do with the content of the image, but that's okay. The SEO title really is just focused on keywords. The description is where you will describe the actual content of the image for someone who maybe is using a screen reader for accessibility, but also for Google just to tie in your content to the site. So I would say woman with brown hair styled by salon in neutral colors, something like that. So I'm trying to, as concisely and as accurately as possible, describe the content of the image. You'll go through the images on your site and make sure that there is an SEO title and a bit of a description. Now, something to keep in mind is that since the title of the image, the actual file, defaults to the SEO title, if I were to swap out this image, say just for this placeholder image, now it says 01 photo placeholder instead of the SEO title that we came up with. So it's important to keep a record of your SEO titles. I always like to say you should keep like a Google document or some kind of note on your computer with all of the SEO titles that you're using. That way you can go in and, copy and paste one back in as you're updating images, as your website expands or you make changes. Just something to help going forward, because it is a little bit of work on the front end to do this, but it does help. Now, if you would only have time for one of these things before you launch, I would definitely say that the page titles and the meta descriptions, as well as the share image, is more important. That takes priority over labeling the individual images, but every little bit helps. If you want to find out more information about SEO and some best practices, Showit has some great help documents. If you go down to the bottom left-hand corner and click on View Help Docs, search SEO in there, you can read a little bit more about some of the best practices to help you improve your score.